Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in to one final episode of Lionsbridge FC Soccer here at the beautiful Pomoco Stadium. I'm Rob Smith. Ryan Baker will be joining me tonight in the booth, filling in for Kevin Darcy, and you'll find out on the field that is also a common theme, as we've got just about everybody who's still around playing for the Bridge this evening, and a lot of Chris Wally's mainstays have already made their way back to wherever it is they call home for a couple of weeks before they take their trips to university this fall. Now, with that in mind, we've got a jigsaw puzzle of a roster tonight. We're looking forward to seeing what Chris Wally does against a San Lee FC team that's only played twice in the last month, are pretty well rested, picking up a win on June 15th and then on June 23rd picking up a 0-0 draw. So they're in action here tonight for the first time in about 3 weeks. Lionsbridge FC played on Tuesday night, where professional soccer came to the peninsula for the first time in quite some time. Professional sport has been played here in Newport News. It was actually 1996 the last time a professional sport was played here, and that was an absolute blast as well. That's another common theme around here in Newport News, especially at Pomoco Stadium. It's been an absolute blast. Whether you've come and joined us at the field, whether you've been enjoying moon bounces or the beer garden or any of our multitude of food trucks, whether you've enjoyed soccer like we have in the booth, or if you've just been joining us at home all summer long, this Lionsbridge FC season has been nothing short of a thriller, and we have loved bringing it to you, and we've enjoyed having you along for the ride. All that to say, we've got one final act to enjoy, and we hope you enjoy it as well. So we'll head on to the booth, where Ryan Baker joins me now to talk about this final contest.
Welcome up into the booth. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Mosquito Joe, starting tonight with the weather report. Thanks to the folks at Mosquito Joe. A little bit hotter tonight, but overall a beautiful evening in the Newport News area for what is the final act of the USL League 2 Lionsbridge FC season. 86 degrees here at game time, should drop to about 80 by the time we close this book. Overall, a sunny night, not a cloud in the sky as the sun sets behind Pomoco Stadium. We want to remind you to say goodbye to mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas with Mosquito Joe's effective mosquito control solutions. It's time to start enjoying your yard again. Satisfaction guarantee with Mosquito Joe. Outside is fun again. I'm Rob Smith. Joining me, Ryan Baker here in the booth for the very first time. Ryan, welcome to the booth. And how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. Excited to watch some Lionsbridge soccer. Last game of the season, but glad to be here nonetheless to watch this game with you, Rob.
Certainly happy to have you here. Kevin Darcy out for the evening, so we've got some reserves and happy to have you here. And we've also got some different names in the lineup tonight as we get into our starters. Max Poelker getting the start at forward alongside Travis Cooke. Both of them have gotten starts at some point in the season, but not in the heart of the year. They'll also be joined by the likes of Eren, Elbustu, Brennen, Burton, Luke Staats, all guys that have played quite a bit this year, but getting starts here in the season finale. A lot of good names. You also see Ivan Militar, James Ellis, Oscar Ramsay, and Rich Dearle in the back of the net. It's your starting group for Lionsbridge FC. And for the final time, as we await the 7:04 kickoff, Brian, what are you most looking forward to in tonight's contest?
What I'm very excited to see in this starting lineup is actually Travis Cooke up top, actually starting this game. Like you said, he never really starts these games, but makes an impact coming off the bench. So I've always try to do something early on in the game, which he usually doesn't do. Like I said, coming off the bench, adding that support later on in the game. I'm just excited here to see him start.
7:05 and away we go. First opportunity for the Bridge as Poelker hustles his way into the 18, and now there goes Travis Cooke, a key player to watch on the Ryan Baker scorecard. Cooke battling around with his defender, finally wins that ball. Cooke, the much taller forward. Not to be confused with Derek Cooke, the defender on the reserves tonight. Coming into town tonight for the season finale, San Lee FC. I believe they're SC Soccer Club. San Lee from Sanford County, North Carolina. Take that back. It's Sanford, North Carolina, Lee County. That's where you get San Lee from. First goal kick coming from Aldair Martinez, and we'll get into the starting lineups for the visitors. The back line will be Ramos, Piedra, Reyes, and Depaz. Midfielders Ansaluda, Piedra, Misa Piedra, and Jose Flores Martinez. And then the forwards today, Jans, Mieja, Turquios, and Castellanos. The starting 11 for the visitors. Lionsbridge FC rocking the All Blacks this evening. Going right to left here in the opening frame on your screen. Rocking the orange tonight. San Lee. Ball forward. Poelker offsides.
And already in the first 2 minutes, you've seen Lionsbridge FC be adding so much pressure into the final third of the pitch. I mean, getting that offsides right there, already having 2 other attacking opportunities, getting the ball forward, getting the entire team involved, as you saw Rich Dearle in the back touching the ball a couple times on that play as well. You're just trying to get that whole team involved early on in this game, making sure, everyone gets a feel for it going into it.
Overall, a relatively successful season for Lionsbridge FC, and tonight's game an inconsequential one. A friendly, an exhibition match. As the Bridge bring it up, there's Burton. And after the season that was, a lot of these players have already headed home for the summertime, for the end of their summertime, I should say, as preseason starts in early August for a lot of these guys back where they go to school. But Ryan, as we head into tonight's exhibition match, what are your keys to success for Lionsbridge FC, and what are you looking for these players to get out of tonight's game?
I mean, playing a 4-4-2 like Lionsbridge is, those left and right mids are going to be playing a key factor in spreading out the opponent's defense, getting those defensive players to open up those gaps in the back and lob those crosses into the box, hoping to get a header and maybe some free Chick-fil-A for the fans tonight.
That's right. If Lionsbridge FC scores on a header, fans here at Pomoco go home with Chick-fil-A. It's been a fan favorite promotion all year. Certainly a fan favorite for those of us up here in the booth. Kevin and I have enjoyed going home with those free chicken coupons. Lionsbridge FC in their 10th home game of the year. Last year, only having the opportunity to play 9. And the way USL League 2 works is that every team in the USL League has a total of 14 games, 7 in your own park, 7 on the road. And so you're only required as a program to play the 14. Lionsbridge FC says we'll play the 14, and then we will sprinkle in a couple more throughout the season. And last year we were able to schedule 2 friendlies. One against DC United and one against the Navy U23 team. There's a bunch of enlisted guys on a U23 squad came to town. This year, 3 friendlies, one against DC United again. We hope that relationship continues into next season. We enjoyed having them down here, and it's a big deal to continue to grow the game in the Newport News and Hampton Roads area. And then last week we had friendly number 2 against the Richmond Kickers. Game didn't end up in the favor of Lionsbridge FC, but certainly plenty of fans out here enjoying and continuing to grow the game. And that's a big part of the mission of having an pro-am team here in Newport News, and here San Lee coming to town being that 3rd friendly of the year. So 10 games in total at home, 17 overall, and Ryan, I believe it's 17 games that this team has played in 63 days. Now, if you do the math, that's about one game every 3.7 days. So about once every fourth day, this team was playing a game.
And you can definitely say that they're warmed up throughout the season so far, constantly playing these games. And some might say that that's tiring on a team. Usually, you know, in pro soccer, you see games once a week just so the team can get that fitness level back up for the next one. But like you said, on average, playing every fourth day, that can wear out a team easily. And Lionsbridge have done a great job maintaining that throughout the season, maintaining that fitness level.
Lionsbridge FC has had a wealth of resources on their bench this year. And so guys have not had to play every single night. Now, some did, and some did so well, but not everybody had to. You know, over the course of the season, you see injuries or little minor things that you'll have to nurse. And of course, you want to be able to go back to wherever it is you go to school in the fall and be healthy. So, you know, you want to have fun, play soccer, and stay in shape over the summer. That's a big deal here in the league, Ryan, but obviously you want to stay healthy more than anything else. And some of these guys either did come in with injuries or they got nicked up during the season, and attrition's a thing. But it seems like a number of players have enjoyed their time here. A good number have come back from last season, some even doing so after joining other teams to begin this year, including James Ellis. Ball inside. Ball over to Poelker. So far through the first 7.5, 8 minutes of this match, not a whole lot of action. As there goes James Ellis into Poelker. Poelker settles on 7. Settles again. Ball got blocked a couple of times by the defender, Fernando De Paz, and booted away for a corner kick.
And that's just one too many touches there inside the box. In a situation like that, you could see that he was just really wanting to score. Really what you need to do is, once you settle that ball, look for a pass. You've held it on for way too long inside the box, and the defenders closed in on him. Easy as that.
A lot of motion around the box. Ball played short to Elbustu. Now forward, the fans begin to rumble. Up and in and off the post. Another save, and it's in the back of the net. That's a goal for Lionsbridge FC. They'll credit it to Max Poelker. But the Bridge are on.
And that goal really what looked like coming out of nowhere. A beautiful strike bouncing off the post. You could see it left the goalie and the defenders confused as where the ball landed. The defender here looking at the replay, bouncing off the post. You see the ricochet, defender trying to clear, but too late as it hits the side netting. And that's the first goal for Lionsbridge today.
So they'll give it to Max Poelker in the 8th minute here. And something that you did not see at home is on the far side. It looked like the official, the AR, put his flag up as if it were offsides, which drew a little hesitation on my end, but the official in the middle said that is a good goal. It's 1-0 in favor of the Bridge.
And in these first 10 minutes, you could see that Lionsbridge had all the momentum going in these 10 minutes. I mean, just constant pressure on the attack. That it seemed like a goal was going to come eventually, and it did here in the first 10 minutes. Now, Lionsbridge have all the momentum. It's up to San Lee to be able to bring that to a close, you know, regroup their team and try to push up the field. They haven't had too many attacks here, and they're looking to just get something rolling through this Lionsbridge midfield.
Ryan, I don't know. I mean, Poelker was the last one to touch the ball there, but I'm not sure if that ultimately went off of the defender before entering the net. It looked like he almost kicked it in.
So the way that rule works is if the shot is on target, as long as the shot is on target before it bounces off the defender, it counts as that player's goal. The only way that it would be an own goal is if the ball were rolling out of target, outside the post, and then bounces off a defender and goes in. that would count as an own goal towards the defender. But since the shot was technically on target, the defender tried to clear but wasn't able to in time.
Appreciate the clarification, Ryan. Ball played in low across the 18. To number 18. It's Omar Reyes. Ball played back to the Brit from Nottingham. Girl forward. A really aggressive play there. Foul called on Poelker. Restarted quickly from Emmanuel Piedra. Girl will scoop it up all the way at the end of his territory. The south end zone here. Good ball played over to Poelker. Pelker's going to have to chase it down and settle with his defender right there. And the defender, number 23, deep pass, clears for a moment, allows his team to resettle. Now Gunderson looking for Cooke, headed away and back to Oscar, I believe that is Ramsay. Brennen, Burton. Burton with a few defenders, back to Ramsay. Ramsay brings it around. He's got some space, looking to get an opportunity to cross, and he gets a beautiful one up. Cooke was ready to jump, and I just don't think he had time to get up in the air. And the ball's all the way to the other side. Now an opportunity for a counterattack from the men in orange. A little bit humid tonight. Overall, we've had pretty good weather throughout the 2019 season. Definitely looking forward to whatever may come in the 2020 season. That is a very long off season away. On the near side, Travis Cooke. Cooke with a low cross, a chance for Burton. Cleared away. Back to Gunderson in the green boots. Jamie Gunderson's boots resemble a Bic highlighter. Of course, as soon as I say that, I see Cesar Giannis. His yellow boots almost look like bananas.
One thing I've noticed since that first goal from Lionsbridge is that San Lee's playing extremely defensive. They've realized that pressure coming from Lionsbridge, so making their players step back, get inside the box, overload it, trying to avoid those crosses, and now San Lee looks to be going for long balls, just completely trying to avoid the midfield since they have been losing that midfield battle early on.
Forward goes Militar. Militar might call his own number. He does. Save made. Here comes Elbustu. Shot and saved, and it's back off the keeper. Pinballs around the defense and back into the hands. A lucky bounce this time, but it almost made its way to the nylon again.
And that was a great play by the keeper of San Lee, keeping his composure in check there. He's making two great saves in a row from two fantastic shots from Lionsbridge.
Expect to see a little bit more of that here, Ryan, as this game progresses. I imagine a higher scoring game at the pace we're going at. Poelker. He's got a man in Cooke. Poelker gets dragged down. No foul called, and Poelker feels like a victim at this point in time. I think he's got called on a couple of fouls. That there have been times where Poelker feels like he's been the victim, where he's been called for the foul, and then there are other times where Pelker's been dragged down and nothing's been called. And I think the official's doing a solid job of managing it thus far, but I think Poelker may disagree.
I couldn't agree more with you, Rob. I think the official had it completely right in that situation. Poelker was on the ball, but there was a lot of physicality. I don't see any foul, though. It looked like Poelker just lost that physical battle inside the box.
Ball lofted up. Elbustu pushes the keeper, and they have some words for each other. All friendly, though, as they pass in a high five on Elbustu's way back to midfield. 15 minutes into the game, Ryan, what have you seen that you like, and what do you think needs to change for both sides?
Well, for Lionsbridge, they are adding that pressure, like I'm saying, and they've been dominating this first half so far. Just holding on to that possession of the ball. As you see San Lee here, they get the possession in the midfield, but Lionsbridge midfield just consumes that gap and just gets the ball back like there from mistakes.
There goes Militar up to Elbustu. Now forward to the 18, finds Poelker, and Poelker keeps it. Poelker has a chance, point-blank shot, and it deflects off of the keeper.
And their keeper, Aldair Martinez, absolutely saving the San Lee side so far, making some great saves early on in this game. And I'd say he's been the biggest positive of their team.
Another chance and opportunity for the Bridge. They can't keep it in play, but a corner kick to come for the Bridge. You're right, Aldair Martinez keeping this one close for the first little bits of the game. Very well could be a 3-0 game if you ask me, Ryan. As the fans rumble on the corner. The middle bleachers making some noise. Up looking for number 3, I believe that's Staats. And taken away. Ball cleared, and here comes a chance at 1-on-2. Good slide tackle there by James Ellis. As we progress into the mid-portion of this first half, we want to let you know tonight's opening moments are brought to you by Nike. Nike's the official uniform provider of Lionsbridge FC, and you can check out the Nike styles for the soccer player in your home at Nike.com. Nike, just do it. 17 minutes and 20 seconds into the game so far. 1-0 our score off the foot of Max Poelker. Poelker, a local product. In fact, Ryan, quite a number of local products in tonight's game. Looking at this evening's starting lineup. So 6 of the players in tonight's starting group are from the coastal Virginia area. And if you want to include Ivan Militar, who now calls Newport News his home, you can make it 7. That ball inside to Burton. Cleared away. Those 6 include James Ellis, Max Poelker, Jamie Gunderson, Travis and Derek Cooke, and Brennen Burton. All guys who are local to the area. Shot on by Poelker. Trying to make it 2. It bounces around on some heads before that ball is trickled through the midfield. A pad touch, Ellis playing on the dirt. Slide tackle gives his team the ball back. Good forward ball. And now an opportunity offsides by Poelker.
And Poelker getting a little too ambitious on those runs, getting called offsides a couple times now here in the first half. Just after that first goal, really he needs to slow it down and understand his space to be able to avoid those offside calls.
Cooke to Poelker. The far side, Militar. Militar just skies that one in the Newport News Evening. Back towards the corner of Prince Drew and Corbin. On its way to Pendleton Street. Ball off of Gunderson out of play. It'll maintain by Turkios. Officials getting. I've noticed tonight that the lead official is really picky about where these players are taking their free kicks and their throw-ins. Not a whole lot of leniency on a little extra travel, which we've seen as commonplace around here as of late. On the far side in the 18 go San Lee. Here's a shot in, looking for a cross maybe to Cesar Yanes. Here comes the first little bit of build for the men of orange. Travis Cooke battling not one, not two, but three defenders for Stanley.
And a little miscommunication there between the San Lee players looking for that long ball again, but number 10, Castellanos, hoping for the short ball, which led to another turnover from San Lee. And Lionsbridge passing it back to Richard Dearle, just trying to reset the play from sort of the ambitious play that Lionsbridge had earlier, now getting the ball back. But it goes from one side of the field to the other. Both goalies touch it in a matter of seconds.
Which will have some conversation for Travis Cooke. One player on Stanley goes down and stays down. I'm not sure what the injury is. That is Malachi Ansaldua. Looks like a back injury. Got up gingerly there. But we'll carry on. Elbustu, Cooke, and Poelker are there. Here's the chance for Poelker. Poelker can give it up to Cooke, and he does. Cooke has to stop a shot and a save there by Aldahar Martinez. Great save by the keeper.
And that was a fantastic play from both teams, especially Lionsbridge on the attack, getting that pass across the box, completely threw off the San Lee defender. You see him trip up over his own feet in the shot, but Martinez, the goalie, does an excellent job diving for that save. I mean, fantastic here on the replay. Diving to make that save, keeping the score 1-0 in favor of Lionsbridge, but giving them a corner.
Corner kick to come. Louder than the time before. Militar to take it. And it's right, low, cleared. How quickly a fan base can settle after the ball is cleared. Here comes another chance. This time it's Castellanos. He's going to have a chance to shoot. Ellis is there. He might try to cross him up in the air. Nobody to collect it. It's over the hand of Giannis.
And if Castellanos had curved that ball the other way, that one might have found the back of the net. But unfortunately, getting that leftward spin on it curves it out of play off a defender. And it's going to be Stanley ball.
Ball inbounds to Ansaldua. Now forward in the bridge have got it back. Ryan, it feels like two friendlies this week have been really a tale of two contests. Lionsbridge FC, as far as possession goes, were just, in a word, dominated by the Richmond Kickers in a game that ended 5-0. The Kickers maintained ball possession for, I would say, a good 60 to 70 minutes of that contest, it felt like. Tonight, certainly the other way around. Bridge shooting in. Poelker has a chance to get on it, slides and isn't there. Staats picks it up off the hands of Ramsay. And off the feet of Ramsay, rather. Wrong sport. Can't use your hands, Ryan. Don't know much, but I do know that.
But yeah, I mean, when you dominate that possession, it's easy for the game to swing your way, as it's shown here.
Ball inside. Ricochet is out of play for Elbustu.
And these crosses are working extremely well for Lionsbridge as they have the height on the defenders and are able to get those crosses in with little to no help.
That shot coming from the foot of Sam Bacon. Just a little overcooked there. Good crowd on hand tonight. So we've had the blessings of a good crowd pretty regularly all season long. I'd imagine the word is continuing to get out about that team on the peninsula. Far side is Depaz to get through. Elbustu gets a little handsy in the midfield. They play forward. Ansaldua forward now. Ball's lofted up to the outside. Castellanos there. Pay up is Mejia. And now Militar with it. Fans, don't miss a moment of Lionsbridge FC action. Head to lionsbridgefc.com for all the off-season information you could ever want, from new sponsors to deals to buying merchandise. Go to lionsbridgefc.com. Season tickets for next season, I'm sure, will go on sale sooner than you can imagine. Ball forward to Burton. Burton's got no one to beat but the goalie, and he just does that. Score for Brennan Burton, 2-0.
And that is just the fantastic intelligence of the Lionsbridge attack. Instead of forcing that attack yourself, they find such a beautiful pass into the open space, and that is class by Lionsbridge to just be able to juke the goalie there and tap it into the bottom right-hand corner. Burton, a fantastic goal, bringing it 2-0.
Tic-tac-toe, just beautiful passing, 1, 2, 3, and into the back of the net there from Mr. Burton. Travis Cooke giving the assist there on that goal.
And like I said at the beginning of the game, having Travis Cooke on the field just is such a positive to your team. I mean, just having that intelligence of being strong on the attack yourself, but the IQ of just being able to find that open pass and get a spectacular goal like that. He's just such a wonderful player on the pitch.
Ramsay now to return back to action. About a third of the way through the contest. All the off-season content you could ever want from Lionsbridge FC, you can do so at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lionsbridge FC on all of those handles. From roster announcements to schedule drops. It's all going to be there, Ryan. Follow along for the ride. We'll say, playing 17 games in 63 days, in this league that, you start playing games in the beginning of May, as a lot of these players are getting out of school, and you finish playing games near the end of August. Ball forward to Gunderson and cleared. So all of May, all of June, and all of July, really, if you make the playoffs. Season ends at the very end of July. There's 3 months right there. From the day you play your first game to the day you play your last, at least for this team this year, was 65 days. There are 300 other days in the year between the final game tonight and who knows, maybe the first home game of next season. And that's a long and treacherous off season. It's almost like all season you're just waiting for someone to say summer is coming, you know? And these guys, though, I mean, for Lionsbridge FC fans, thankfully there's plenty of opportunities to find soccer on the peninsula. That ball up in the air, another chance for Poelker. And if you enjoyed watching Lionsbridge FC soccer here, one of the ways you can grow the game and continue watching homegrown football by coming to college campuses in the fall, high school campuses in the spring. Soccer's a year-round thing in Virginia. I mention it every night. CNU men's and women's soccer here just across the way in Newport News in the fall. Hampton women's soccer just down I-64. And then if you're just off the peninsula in Williamsburg, they've got William and Mary. If you're in the Virginia Beach area, Regent, Virginia Wesleyan, Old Dominion. And then, of course, the springtime, high school soccer all around. In Yorktown, Poquoson, Grafton, Newport News, Hampton, all of them.
And that's a great point, too. The Lionsbridge offseason is a very long offseason, but these players, especially playing on those teams, you know, they're playing soccer year-round because they love the game of soccer, and, you know, they dedicate their lives at this point to it. And I think that's spectacular, and I think it shows on the field, too. I mean, going into their seasons back at their schools that they go to, once that summer break starts, they're not taking a break from the sport they love. They're coming back here, and they're playing even more for the fans that they love, too.
The off-season seems to be a little bit of a break between the end of June or July, middle of July for these guys, and the beginning of August they'll go back, and then their season will end somewhere around Thanksgiving time, and then they may have till Christmas off, and then they'll start going back to work, trying to get back in shape again. And it's just all about staying in shape. But I will say, I've had a good number of conversations, Ryan, and I'm sure you could probably echo this sentiment, you know, with these guys on the field. You know, when you talk to them about their experience in Newport News specifically, say, hey, what's it been like playing for Lionsbridge FC? And we may have the opportunity after tonight's game to talk with a player or two, but you say, well, what's your experience been like in Newport News, and how would you compare it to anywhere else you've ever played, or how can you compare it to, you know, the away games that you've had? And almost every single one of them will tell you it's incredible. There isn't a fan base like it. There's not a venue like it. It's really an event here in Newport News.
And like you said exactly, these fans really bring out the best in the peninsula sports. And Lionsbridge, in my opinion, are just so lucky to have such a great, you know, atmosphere here at Pomoco Stadium for the sport of soccer. I mean, the fans are loving it. The players love it. It's just such a great atmosphere to be in. If you at home have not been to a Lionsbridge game, please, next season, make your way out here. It is an experience to just be in this atmosphere at Pomoco Stadium here in Newport News, and just to watch a team like Lionsbridge play their game that they love.
Lionsbridge continuing to dominate the possession here in this contest so far, 35 minutes into the game, and San Lee really has only had one or two real opportunities offensively. What kind of things do you think they need to do, Ryan, to kind of become the aggressors offensively?
I think the important battle is in the midfield. It seems like when San Lee gets the ball in the midfield, they lose possession. That's why you see just now they're going for those long balls. They're trying to skip the midfield completely and trying to beat the defense. But if San Lee can slow that ball down, go through the midfield, and really, you know, work that communication with each other, they'll get a lot more attacking opportunities, but they just have to win the midfield battle first.
Ball taken away. Now another opportunity. Here comes Burton. Burton saw Cooke, and he also saw Elbustu. Elbustu stopped running, apologized there to Burton. He said, I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for that one. Here comes a chance. Castellanos, a save made by Dearle.
Dearle doing a fantastic job getting low on that one. He's able to make that save quick, because saving that shot with your hands, that's not easy. Usually you see goalies go down with their feet trying to make that one, but that's a lot of flexibility asking for a goalie. So getting low that quickly to be able to make that save with your hand, that's impressive.
Dearle's best save of the night so far, I would think.
Might be one of his only ones.
I think he's had 2. But both of them have been pretty solid. Comes a corner kick and an opportunity maybe for a third. A lot of jumping around there inside the box. And we'll wait for our first substitution of the day. Looks to be 26 Daniel Hoffmann for Travis Cooke, but I can't quite see the number. Might be 25 Fiorre Main. So it is Hoffmann. And it does confirm my eyes are still pretty good. At what, like 300 feet. So Hoffmann on for Cooke. And while we're here, sub rules tonight don't exist. Subs come and go at coach's discretion. Normally here in the USL League 2, get up to 6 in a night. Got 6 reserves. You can use all 6 of them. As this is a friendly, just an opportunity to get better. Come and go and swap as you want.
And it's one of those moments where you could have a player that doesn't get a whole lot of game time during the season and, bring them on here, get that game time, keep that fitness up, experience that in-game feeling, which is a lot different from training. So just being able to get that rotation in your squad, making sure the bench players are staying up to par just like the starters are, and, keeping your team in check.
Ball taken away. There's Burton. Burton forward to Gunderson. Now up. Elbustu looking for Poelker. And it stays in play. So the orange kits will continue to work down in the corner. Lionsbridge has Gyamfi, Kristian, Javier, Signorelli, Gunbeyi, Lee. That's James Lee. Fiorre Main and Hoffmann on the bench tonight, as well as Derek Cooke. Ball back to Bacon. Bacon Staats. Elbustu. There, and Poelker trying to stay on sides. Elbustu puts it through the uprights. That's 3 points in American football, 0 points in soccer.
Elbustu having a pretty good opportunity there too, just getting way too under that ball, adding way too much power on it. Scores a field goal.
Wrong sport.
But wrong sport.
This field soon will transition into a football field. Bacon. That was Hoffmann. Hoffmann gives it away on a bad touch. There goes Hoffmann. Hoffmann up to his teammate, and Poelker puts it in the back of the net, rocking it home for his second goal of the day. 3-0 Bridge.
And a fantastic through ball, but I think that was Hoffmann finding Poelker beautifully, as Poelker has been doing such a great job making those runs all night long here in the first half. Finding those gaps in the defense, like I said at the beginning of the game, needing to find those gaps, and that is exactly what Lionsbridge is doing. As we look at the replay here, a beautiful through ball. Poelker bangs it past the goalie near post. increasing the scoreline to 3-0 for
And
Lionsbridge.
boom goes the dynamite. Bridge are aboard, 3-0. News, 4 or so minutes to go in the half. Ball in the midfield as we head into halftime. Want to remind you that the next time you're out grocery shopping, be sure to check out Lidl, the official grocery store of Lionsbridge FC. Lidl is committed to providing the customer the highest quality products at the lowest possible prices. Their everyday assortment features award-winning products and unique specialty items. Lidl also stands behind its quality with its Lidl Love It guarantee. So be sure to check out Lidl today. Ball up to Burton. Burton now, and the ball is yeeted towards the cop on a bike. Thankfully missed that police officer. And ricocheted back towards a corner kick. Here comes Ramsay. Ramsay now, I think he had enough room to call his own shot. Comes a chance for a, I would say bicycle, but it was really more of a BMX bike. Really a low rider there.
Yeah, didn't find the air that he was looking for, and that one.
Tires were a little flat.
Tires maybe a little flat as that one just rolls out of bounds.
Need to get a little juice there. Lionsbridge FC sitting on a 3-0 lead, and Ryan, as we head into halftime, what kind of things can the Bridge be doing and thinking about going into the second 45?
Really, it's just sort of out-mind gaming your opponent. Now, you have to think about what San Lee's going to be doing to go into the half, and in my opinion, I think they might switch formations. This one just not working out for them. They might go 5 at the back just to close those gaps, as a great run there by Lionsbridge, because the gaps are leaving them wide open on those through balls. The 4-4-2 is doing a spectacular job just breaking up that defense apart, and going into the half, they need to change that formation. They need to mix things up and sort of set Lionsbridge off guard. Now, if you're Lionsbridge, you just keep doing what you're doing. Win that midfield battle as you have been doing this whole first half, because that is what the name of the game is. It's just having that strong midfield. You're going to keep that possession. You're going to get more goals, guaranteed.
Definitely think those gaps are a little bit looser out there defensively, Ryan. I want to tighten up those holes. And it looks like they've got 3. They've got 3 in the back now, at least dedicated to the back, and now they've got 1 more falling in. But one of those defenders looks like he's playing just a touch into the midfield on occasion, following around Poelker. Over to Gunderson. Gunderson on the shore. Ball headed from Poelker to the defense.
You know, Poelker looking for another attack, but the rest of the Lionsbridge team just sitting back, waiting for this first half to end.
Not sure how much extra time is left. Looks like about 1 minute. And another chance. Official gives the corner. And I'd imagine this would be the last opportunity of the half, Ryan. We'll step away and come back after the break. now a goal kick. So I assume Alda here at Martinez will throw this ball towards midfield and the official will blow his whistle. Though stranger things have happened. And there it is. So we will go ahead and take our break. It's 45 minutes into the contest, and Lionsbridge is on the board with 2 from Poelker and 1 from Brennen Burton. 3-0 your score. You're watching Lionsbridge FC Soccer in the season finale here at Pomoco Stadium. And welcome back to Pomoco Stadium for the second half of action in the final chapter of the 2019 season here with Lionsbridge FC. We've had ourselves quite the year, Ryan, and we come to a close here in just about 50 or so minutes time. We will have to say goodbye. And as we kind of prepare to do so and we go into the second half, let's start by talking about the game at hand. 3-0 our score. Poelker's got 2. Where's the focus for Lionsbridge FC here in the second?
I mean, really, Lionsbridge have the freedom right now to do whatever they want. They can hold possession if they want to. They can pressure that attack if they want to. I mean, the world is their oyster, as they say, where they have the ability to sort of run the game as however they want to.
They do say that.
They say that.
They do.
I've heard it a couple times.
I've never once used the phrase "the world is your oyster," but it certainly is for Chris Wally's program this evening. Looks like a potential change or shift in the lineup from a 4-4-2 to a 4-3-3. And a more aggressive offensive push, I would imagine, here from San Lee in the second frame. Ryan, what did they need to do to, at the very least, disrupt a clean sheet?
I mean, San Lee just focusing on getting into the final third. They've had a rough time doing that in the first half, just not being able to hold on to that possession, getting into the opponent's 18, and trying to get shots on target. A couple times they got those crosses up, but not able to find those crosses on target as it soared over the box. So really just honing in on that attacking opportunity, figuring out how to get that ball to the foot of your teammate and try to get a shot on target.
Exquisite analysis here from Ryan Baker tonight. Mr. Baker, the Jack Army knife, the Swiss Army knife of employees here for Lionsbridge FC. Ryan, you've done it all so far this year. You know, you've done a little bit of open. You know, we did that open together early in the season. You did some sideline reporting. Believe you may have run a camera. You might have done some public address announcing. You did the video board one game. Replay. John Rector kind of hogged the switchboard there at the helm, production-wise. Opportunity on a shot and a save made. Another chance, and it's back of the net. They score! Travis Cooke, 4-0 for the Bridge.
And that's just Travis Cooke right there being in the right place at the right time, seeing where his teammates are and understanding what his positioning could be as that reflection from the goalie's hand of Martinez. I mean, Martinez has done a spectacular job this game so far, making excellent saves, but just not able to get that rebound goal as the first save coming on. But the rebound goal from Travis Cooke found it perfectly in the back of the net, and that makes the score 4-0.
4-0 for the good guys. Fans enjoying that. Travis Cooke right there. He has got to be a front runner for the man of the match this evening. Look at that shot on by Hoffmann. And a beautiful deflection. In hockey, you call it a garbage goal off that deflection. The save initially being made there by Martinez is a good one, but a beautiful touch off the foot of Cooke makes it a 4-0 game. And as I was mentioning, Cooke has got to be the front runner here for man of the match at the moment. While Poelker may have 2 goals, Cooke has got 2 assists, I believe, or he's got 1 assist and a goal, and hunting for more. Hoffmann has the other assist from that position. Here comes another opportunity. Shot and save from Martinez.
Martinez definitely the man of the match for San Lee. And going back to that Travis Cooke goal, you see on the replay that we showed, Martinez almost diving to make the second save again. So making the first save, able to get back off the ground and almost get to that ball that Travis Cooke kicked in. I mean, that just shows the athleticism that Martinez has in goal. And the scoreline could be a lot worse than it is right now for San Lee if it wasn't for Martinez in net.
There goes Ramsay. Ramsay pushes it up. And in the back of the net, they score again! Travis Cooke has 2 in 3 minutes.
Travis Cooke on a roll again, being in the right place at the right time. You see that little cross go inside the 18. Travis Cooke able to, wiggle his way in between those defenders and just get that easy touch underneath Martinez. As we look at the replay here, Militar getting it in, excuse me, that little dip in. Travis Cooke tapping that one off the volley, rolling it into the back of the net. Look at that smile on his face as he's excited for getting 2 goals in 3 minutes.
You notice the duck there from from number 7 tonight, Max Poelker. Poelker had a chance to put the ball off his head and into the back of the net for his 3rd of the day. And I think that unselfish play there from Poelker certainly aided the ability to score the 5th goal there from Cooke.
And that's great communication, between the 2 players. You know, Poelker not even seeing Cooke behind him, must have heard Cooke say, "I got this." Poelker ducks, fully having that trust in his own team, ducking for the ball and letting Cooke get that nice goal. Nice play by Lionsbridge to be able to get the scoreline up to 5-0 in favor of Lionsbridge.
And attacking again are the Bridge. There goes Cooke. Taken away here by Sanley.
Militar taking a little tumble after that challenge. I didn't see anything bad, though. It looked maybe Militar just trying to over-exaggerate it just a tad.
Back up to Cooke. Here comes a chance for Militar. Militar cheeky over the bar.
Some of the fans thought that one went in, too, as you see them jumping for joy as the ball goes over the hand of Martinez.
All right, we'll talk about the Swiss Army knife that is Ryan Baker again in just a moment. Didn't really get to finish that thought. Travis Cooke kind of took over there. And Cooke and Gunderson mulling over how to, Militar and Gunderson mulling over how to take this free kick. Militar asking for some movement. Substitution here for Sanley into the game, number 2. But it's number 12, Dominguez. Pump fake there, sent in. And cleared away by number 16. That is Ramos.
And that's kind of a dangerous play by Sanley. Not having the best clearance there as it rolls off the top of his foot on the volley clear. And Lionsbridge, if they were on their toes still chasing that ball, they might have been able to keep it in bounds for another attacking play.
James Ellis. Now forward goes Sanley. And at the half, we did have a change in net. Richard Dearle is done for the night. And Reimers is in for the Bridge. Travis Cooke now looking for his teammate who's likely to touch off sides. And out of play, it stays in favor of Cooke. Cooke and Poelker looking for hat tricks tonight. Each of them have a pair already. Travis Cooke has already done it once this year. He did it against DC United. Cooke, the only Lionsbridge FC player to complete the hat trick. A good number of players have scored 2. A whole lot have scored 1. Only Travis Cooke has scored 3. Poelker and Cooke have a chance to both add to those numbers tonight, and Cooke tried to help Poelker get there.
And you see Cooke when Cooke finds himself on the wings. You see him going for those low crosses. Poelker not having exactly the height to be able to go over the defenders. So getting those low crosses helps for an easy tap-in by Poelker.
Militar with the cross. Ball all the way outside, given up to Gunderson, who will hustle in. Gunderson with the speed to slide tackle out of play. Stays with the good guys. "53 minutes into the game, 5-0. Forward to Reimers. Zero in goal. Also happens to be a 0 on the board here so far tonight for Lionsbridge. Pitching a clean sheet at the moment. First time in a while Lionsbridge has had the opportunity to go home with a clean sheet. Some highlights here on this season. Lionsbridge SC did win the Coastal Virginia Challenge Cup presented by Langley Federal Credit Union. Did pick up 18 points on the year after a 17-point performance in their inaugural season. Also picked up one more win than they did a year ago. Ball into the box. Now last year, Ryan, this program led the Eastern Conference in attendance, and I would be hard-pressed to believe anything different would be the case this year.
Lionsbridge FC definitely having one of, if not the best, arguably, fan base in USL 2. Especially, here in the peninsula, having, a community like this has just been fantastic for Lionsbridge.
Certainly in the conference, absolutely. So, all right, as things settle down, we'll continue to talk about your summer here. Like I said, you've done just about everything except for maybe watch a game as a fan. Obviously, you haven't played in a game, but it's been a while since you put a kit on, I would imagine.
It's true. It has been quite some time. I stick to commentating now.
You do a pretty good job.
Thank
You're all
you.
right. Cameraman, video production man, replays, graphics, sideline reporting, on-air reporting, in-stadium content, and now tonight we add to that laundry list of tasks we've had for you, Ryan, is color commentary and analysis. And I would argue that you've done each of those things well all summer long. I'm glad to finally give you the opportunity to get on air. But what has been, for you behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that goes into, making all of this happen here at Pomoco Stadium every week, every couple of days. What has your experience been like as we have Sebastian Gunbeyi coming into the game?
It definitely has been a lot of work, and but I'm so happy that I get to do what I do. I mean, just being able to come out here, in this community and just supply the help that I can where I can. Like I said, I've been doing so many different things all around for the team, and it really is just a blast to be able to contribute in any way I can and, have some fun at the same time. And, I'm glad, I appreciate you saying those nice things. It means a lot to me, Rob, because I do try my best in what I do for the team that I love.
Ryan Baker, just one of many behind-the-scenes people that we have to say thank you to here as we have a injury stoppage. But Lionsbridge FC and the product that you get to see here on TV does not happen without a world of help. You have your team interns. Shout out to all of them. They got recognized here at halftime. Piper Carpenter in business operations. Chelsea Kudlati in community relations. Andrew Sykes in event operations. And Jillian Niesel in marketing, also working in business ops. Of course, Patrick Garber doing digital content. great interns that, donate their time this summer to making these things happen behind the scene, creating the atmosphere, the environment. Obviously, Mike Vest, Kevin Joyce, big providers in that as well, big hands in that. We've got Rich Parrish and Kristian Murphy on soccer operations. A whole bunch of other people behind the scenes on even our team. And Ryan's just one of them. Austin and Kristian Urch, Julian and Mike Santamoro. Kevin Darcy, of course. John Rector and Austin Gregory's production team. It's been an absolute blast, and I would be remiss to go this entire broadcast without saying thank you to them, especially to John and Austin, because without them, this broadcast would just simply not be possible.
It's very
and Ryan, if
true.
anyone knows that to be true, it's you.
That is very true. I mean, they really are the rock of this, and it takes a whole team to be able to bring Lionsbridge SC to wherever you're watching right now, whether it be Cox Yourview, whether it be Facebook, My Cujo. We're just glad to have you watching, and it just means that our work is paying off.
And I say this about Kevin and I in the booth, and now it's true about you and I tonight, is that audio is simply supplementary. It is certainly not necessary. Don't get me wrong, I think it makes the game just a touch more enjoyable.
We hope so.
And we appreciate you welcoming us into your living rooms this summer, all summer long. We hope we've become a mainstay and maybe even a part of the family. But unfortunately, we can't stay too much longer. Again, audio's just an extra thing. Wouldn't be anything without the team behind the scenes doing all the thankless jobs. Of course, can't forget our team with Cox Cable and our partners with the USL League 2. Blessed to send this stream to 3 different places in a single night. 2/3 of the way through this final contest, 5-0 in favor of Lionsbridge FC. Here comes another chance. An opportunity to call his own number. Travis Cooke goes down. I believe it went off of the defender, number 23 in orange, Fernando De Paz.
And Travis Cooke looking for that pass inside of the box, but maybe looking for it too late as the defender already closed down on him, had no real gap to take a shot or pass the ball, and that one just goes out.
Corner kick coming. Fans excited. The building is shaking. Ball is up. Around to Gunbeyi. Save. No, it's in the back of the net. Number 3, Luke Staats gets his first goal of the year.
And what better time than the last game? I mean, from my angle, I couldn't tell if that was a ricochet from Staats or if it was an own goal from the defender. You could see the defender outstretch his leg trying to get a stop to that ball, but it bounces up and finds its way into the back of the net. Martinez not able to get there in time as it really wasn't expecting it. Hopefully we get a look at this replay, as that was quite an unexpected goal. I think both teams not really expecting it. The replay here, you see the corner go up, that ball going in, and yeah, Staats just hitting it with his body off the chest, finding its way into the back of the net, making the score 6-0.
Patrick Gyamfi on the far side. Ball taken away. Militar with the assist. Poelker no longer on the pitch, but Travis Cooke is still there. Gunbeyi up top. Gyamfi, Bacon, Staats. And Fiorre Main out there as well. You know, Ryan, while we're doing shout-outs, I think there's one more, I guess, set of shout-outs that need to be had. Is the defenders of the bridge certainly deserve all the praise in the world, from turnaround guy who I really haven't gotten the opportunity to introduce myself to, the man that gets to start the wave every night, to, you know, the group that is the defenders of the bridge, Carl Hansen and company, coming out without fail to every single home match. Gunbeyi now, Gunbeyi and Militar trekking in, and a lot of them, Ryan, go to the away games as well, and they travel pretty decently, especially with that percussion kit that you can sometimes hear in the back of our broadcasts.
And that's just a real testament to, you know, the support that Lionsbridge has wherever they go. They know that when they have those away games, there's always a chance to make it feel like a home game too, because you have those fans, you have the defenders of the bridge there dedicating their time to help support the team, help the team win. And I know the players especially feel at home when they hear those fans banging the drums, waving the flags, just having a great time with the team.
Ball out of play.
And that was a good ball there, trying to find Castellanos, but he just did not have the pace to be able to catch up to that ball in time to keep the play alive. And a little reckless tackle there by Dipaz for San Lee FC, but he realized it, goes over to get a handshake from the Lionsbridge player just to make sure no hard feelings.
Comes a chance ball to the outside looking for Militar. He couldn't quite get there. Coming across midfield, good slide tackle there from number 25, Maine. Be sure to head to social media near the end of tonight's contest to vote for the Riverside Man of the Match. Go to Twitter, Lionsbridge FC on Twitter, and vote for tonight's Man of the Match. Like I said, Riverside's Man of the Match. Riverside Sports Medicine offers comprehensive medical services, including primary care, sports medicine, orthopedic surgery, sports physical therapy, and athletic training. And as the Peninsula's premier sports medicine provider, the entire sports medicine team is focused on helping you stay active and keeping you in the game. Like I said, Riverside Sports Medical Group is a proud sponsor of Lionsbridge FC Riverside Man of the Match. Nothing I love more, Ryan, than an off-tempo Viking clap. Like I said, I've said this once and I'll say it again. Rhythm is not a trait that typically translates in the stands around here. An empty net now and the ball is cleared. Yeah, rhythm doesn't really exist.
Yeah, it's
at Pomoco Stadium.
It can be kind of difficult to get a crowd of about 2,000 or so all clapping at the same time. But you know what? They try their best. They try their best. And that's just one of the many things you can enjoy here coming to Pomoco Stadium.
Everyone tries their best for sure. That's all you can do is try your best. Gunbeyi, Militar. Militar's got a chance to send it into Bacon. That's Hoffmann. Militar. Travis Cooke's on the far side. It looks like at this point, Ryan, there are about 3 or 4 forwards ready to strike. It's like the offense just keeps coming.
Yeah, you see everyone pushing up, especially in a time like this. Almost the 70th minute mark. Lionsbridge up 6-0. It's around this time where you see these offensive players, you know, crowding that edge of the line, that defensive line, trying to get a goal. Everyone wants a goal at this point, and Lionsbridge working their hardest to make that happen.
Oscar Ramsay now looking to make it a touchdown for the Bridge. And a free kick. The fans continue to get louder. They want more goals. Just keep pouring it on, they say. Ball stopped. The official blows his whistle, and we'll have a substitution first. And coming on, Eren Elbustu.
After the substitutions, the fans starting to rumble again for round 2 of the free kick.
Ball in the air. Goes off the head of, I believe that was Cooke. 69th minute here in Newport News. A very nice night for soccer. Ball forward, here comes the Bridge. Once again, ball pinballing around. Elbustu finds it, and he settles down. He might give it up, and he finds Patrick Gyamfi. Gyamfi has a touch to Fiorre Main. Now inside, Ramsay, sealed away. Still attacking. Staats now, looking for Elbustu and Gunbeyi, and out of play.
And that's a dangerous play from Martinez there. Not diving to make the save, but instead sliding to clear it with his feet. But the ball only going so far. It kept the Lionsbridge having that attacking position. Now, Martinez needing to go down and make that save with his hands to help his team out because he was just keeping Lionsbridge possession.
70th minute corner kick, ball up. Off Gunbeyi, and in the net they score! Sebastian Gunbeyi makes it a touchdown for the Bridge, and the fans are going home with chicken.
And a beautiful goal by Gunbeyi there. And like you said, that header that the Lionsbridge have been looking for all night, getting those crosses in all night, finally gets one here at the 70th minute, making it a touchdown and a field goal afterwards. As we look at the replay here, that corner going up off the head, finding that top right corner. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I like to call those upper Benjamins all the way.
Oi! Oi!
And
Sebastian Gunbeyi, that man has a family. That is. Someone get the soap because that was just dirty.
That was extremely dirty. There is no saving a goal when it finds the top of that corner. I mean, let's look at it one more time. That is so beautiful.
Oi. Oh.
Such a beautiful goal.
I said it once already, but I think it's more appropriate now. And boom goes the dynamite. You think that's the dagger here, Ryan?
I think Lionsbridge are still going to be after more. I mean, 6-0, going for a 7th goal. They're not done. They're going the full 90 minutes, and San Lee just needs to be able to stop that momentum that Lionsbridge have had all game because it does not look like they're slowing down.
I would pay good money to see a Travis Cooke hat trick. So just to recap on our scoring here, we've got 1 from Poelker, then number 2 from Burton, then the third goal came back from Poelker. Then goal 4 came from Travis Cooke, 5 also came from Travis Cooke, 6 came from Luke Staats, I believe, and number 7 from Sebastian Gunbeyi. Lionsbridge FC putting 7 on the board. That's about once every 10 minutes.
San Lee having a great opportunity there at the edge of the box to take a shot, but instead going for a pass and miscalculating that one as it rolls out of bounds. It looks like San Lee kind of afraid to shoot there. I mean, they had a wide open shot at the edge of the 18, could have tried to curve that one in, but instead goes for a risky pass and it didn't pay off.
Ball forward not played well. Ball sent in. And you know, Ryan, as many goals as the Bridge have scored tonight, I still say, I've got to say that defender of the game for San Lee has still got to be Aldair Martinez. He's still played pretty well in net, and it's not like these goals have been easy goals to save.
You're exactly right. Martinez just doing a fantastic, like the scoreline says otherwise, but Martinez definitely has been doing a fantastic job in net. I mean, he's been putting his body on the line all night, as we just saw 30 seconds ago, making a forward dive, which forward dives are very dangerous. Just being able to clear that ball out of the box, just making sure that ball stays as far away from his net as possible. And he's been doing stuff like that all game. A fantastic job by Martinez, not being scared to do the hard work in net. It just seems that his defense has let him down just a bit in this game, because Martinez has been doing a fantastic job. He really cannot reiterate that enough.
The Lionsbridge defense through 75 minutes has been able to put up a clean sheet. And no real defensive standouts here for Lionsbridge. Dearle made a couple of key saves in the opening frame, but nobody has really stuck out defensively because nobody really has needed to. Either way, your defensive breakdown and clean sheet brought to you through 75 minutes. Still some time, but tonight's defensive efforts brought to you by Financial Security Group. That ball's up in the air and beyond the netting. Financial Security Group is a proud sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. In the defensive moments of the game, you can call 757-643-6200 to meet with Kevin Joyce, located in City Center, Newport News, to protect, save, and grow your financial plan. That's 757-643-6200. Financial Security Group is a proud sponsor of Lionsbridge FC. Substitution here coming. 14 minutes to go. Ryan, I imagine not a whole lot of stoppage time as Messick is set to come in. Messick comes in for the final 14 minutes of play, trying to get everybody in the game. Lionsbridge lineup: Cooke, Gunbeyi. It's like Maine. See number 26, that's Hoffmann, Ramsay, Elbustu, Gyamfi, Bacon, Staats, and on the far side, I'm missing one. I think that might be Kristian Javier on the outside. And Selda back into the game, and Selda, Malachi. Ball back to Messick for his first touch of the day. Gyamfi forward. Slowing down is Hoffmann. Off back to Gyamfi. Here comes a chance for the Bridge. I believe that's Travis Cooke, now Elbustu puts it in. Popped into the air and into the hands of Martinez.
And Martinez there getting low to make that stop with his foot. That's why you see a pop in the air. Luckily for him, no Lionsbridge members around him. to be able to make that easy save. And San Lee player, number 23, DePaz, looks to have a sore calf injury here. Just going to get that one stretched out.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do. And a game like this where the defense is working extremely hard, it's easy to get cramps, especially for defenders like that outstretching their legs, trying to make the big tackles, to make those low crosses halt, as Lionsbridge has been doing a lot of them, just outstretching that leg a little too much. You could pull a muscle just a little bit, get it stretched out.
Public address announcer David Smallridge announcing that leader of the Defenders of the Bridge, Carl Hansen, we spoke about him a little bit earlier, celebrating a birthday here soon. So we share those sentiments with the rest of the crowd. Happy birthday, Carl. Good old Carl. 10 minutes to go in the contest, 7-0 our score. Second half of action. Coming to the end here, Ryan. And a little bit sad about that, if we're being honest.
The end of the season, the end of the second season for Lionsbridge FC. Slowly doing better and better. I mean, getting better points, like you said earlier in the game, than last season. So slowly but surely making those upgrades, doing a great job staying in this, and can't wait to see what comes in the third season.
This program continues to grow and nothing but good things here. 9 minutes to go in the 19 season. And we'll be back in action here in Newport News, I would imagine. Come next May. Comes a chance, shot, save, made.
And that shot directly at Martinez. Almost getting a little nutmeg there, but Martinez able to close his legs just in time to put a stop to that ball, preventing another goal from Lionsbridge.
And there goes Carl. There he goes. Into the wind.
The birthday boy.
All while soccer is happening on the field. Yeah, he just passed the flag. I think he just passed the camera there. I will say, Ryan, at the Virginia Beach game, Carl did a full lap around the field at Virginia Beach with that flag, and he stopped about 3/4 of the way to catch his breath. And it was an incredible display of both athleticism and fanhood, and that's when I knew we really had a star in our bleachers.
Carl Hansen really, putting his life here for the team and doing a fantastic job at that too. I mean, just rallying the fans. As you saw, he ran by with the flag and the fans cheering and cheering, and that's the love and support for the fan base and the team.
It's like a community mascot. Carl the Man Hansen. 7 minutes to go in the contest. 7-goal lead for the home team. Here comes a chance for Lionsbridge. Foul there.
And a bad foul as that. Hoffmann just swiping the legs of the Sandley player. Now, it is just a friendly, so we don't see a lot of cards in friendly matches, if any at all. But if this was a season game, I would give that a yellow.
You feeling friendly tonight, Ryan?
I think we're all trying to feel a bit friendly here, but Hoffmann just needing to be a little more careful in the next tackle.
Maybe a little more friendly. Scooped up by Messick. Stick around post game. As the moon is looking beautiful up in the Newport News sky. Sun is really set. Gunbeyi trying to make it too. And Ryan, we've seen a lot of excellent performances all season, from Luke Brown to Travis Cooke. Richard Dearle has had himself quite the year. Ivan Militar leading the squad as a captain. A lot of good products here on the squad. Who has been the player that you've had the most fun watching this year?
I mean, it's got to be Travis Cooke. I hold him so highly on this Lionsbridge team. He's just such a great game changer coming off the bench throughout the entire season, and I'm just glad he's getting that recognition here today. And like you said, only player to get a hat trick for the Lionsbridge team. I mean, he's just a goal scorer through and through with high IQ too, getting those assists. I mean, he's able to find the gap, whether it be for himself or for another teammate. That's just unselfish play and very talented play. I'd give my hat to Travis Cooke any day of the week.
Even on the sunniest days?
Even on the sunniest days.
Wow.
Even my sunglasses, I'll give those to him too.
Wow. I'll tip my cap to him, but I don't know if I give the hat to him. Either way, Cooke certainly a contender for tonight's man of the match, as is Poelker, both of them scoring 2 goals tonight. Luke Staats scored his first goal of the year. And then Burton, Hoffmann, and Gunbeyi each added one as well. A lot of scoring tonight. And like I was mentioning, be sure to stick around after the game if you're watching on Facebook Live. And if you're joining us on Cox Your View, you can join us back on Facebook Live for a post-game wrap-up. We'll go ahead and have a conversation quickly with Max Poelker and Travis Cooke, and then we'll pass it off to David Smallridge in stadium, and he will intro out to a Images of 2019 outro montage, and you can enjoy a flashback of the season that was as we say goodbye to you. 3 minutes left in this contest. I would imagine maybe one of stoppage. And then it'll be time to say goodbye and clean up. So, Ryan, 17 games in 63 days. 10 games here at home in about 50 or so days, 54, 55 days. What are your thoughts on the season that was and everything that you got to do and this team and the product here on the field?
The team definitely showing improvement from last season, and that's such a great sign. You know, coming into your second season, you always want to do better than your last, and that's exactly what they did. Now, going into the third season, I can't wait to see the potential that these boys will have and, you know, growing their game throughout the school season when they play for their respective schools, and really come back with just even stronger talent than last season, well, this season. And, you know, that's what I'm looking forward to most. I just can't wait to come back next season, be with the fans, and see how this team can grow every year.
Already looking forward to next season. Gyamfi now, settling, shot, save made. I believe this would be Lionsbridge FC's 7th win of the year in total. remember what their final record would be. Maybe 7-6-4, maybe 7-6-3. I don't think that adds up. Sounds like 16 games to me. I'm not sure. They picked up 5 wins in the PDL and ended their year with 18 points, picking up 3 ties. So 5, I believe it was 5-6-3 in the PDL. So far, 1-1 in draws, or 1-1 in friendlies. So 6-7-3, and if they win tonight, that would be 7-7-3 on the season, which I would consider a great success.
It definitely is. I mean, I consider a season a success, when it's an improvement on last season, and that's exactly what it is. Lionsbridge have come to a new season. They've improved their game, and that is a successful season. You can just hope for the same next.
So we're in the 90th minute. I would imagine maybe 1 minute of extra time. Maybe 2, who knows. There has been a little bit more stoppage here in the second half of action. That save is made by Messick, and the crowd goes wild. And the official calls it a game, 7-0 our score. Poelker puts 2 on the board, as does Travis Cooke. And that will do it for us here in Newport News. We'll say a quick goodbye. And if you're watching on Cox YourView, be sure to head on over to Facebook Live to see some post-game conversations with Max Poelker and Travis Cooke. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all the off-season content you could ever want leading into the 2020 season. Ryan, any final thoughts?
I'm just glad, it is the last game of the season. I'm glad I was able to come up here, talk to you, Rob, give my thoughts and opinions about the game. And, it's just been such a fantastic season for Lionsbridge. And we can hope for the best for the next season. I keep saying that, but it really is true. Lionsbridge just having such quality talent. And I can't wait to see how they improve.
So 7-7-3 on the year. Lionsbridge FC closing out the year with a bang, finishing with a 7-0 win. For all of us here at Pomoco Stadium, Austin and Kristian Urch, Julian Santamoro and Mike Santamoro, Austin Gregory's production team, including John Rector, Ryan Baker by my side, and all of our friends with Cox YourView. I'm Rob Smith, reminding you to head over to Facebook Live. And for the final time, I wish you the smoothest of sailing until the 2019 campaign. One more time, 7-0 our final. Good night. Post game here with Max Poelker. Max, got to start tonight, got to play a little bit tonight.
put 2 goals in the back of the net. How much did you really want that third?
I really wanted it bad, but more so just the win. Spent quite a while out with an injury, so I'm pretty happy just to be back on the field and finish the season up with a win.
So overall, what is your experience been here at home this year?
Oh, it's incredible. Every summer just coming back, getting to play in front of a hometown crowd. The fans are amazing. Atmosphere is incredible. It's just kind of stuff you live for.
And, getting to play in Newport News, I'm sure has been a really good time. What has been your favorite time? What has been your favorite memory, playing here the last 2 seasons?
Probably just the first goal in home history, I guess. But even nights like this, just getting to play in front of a crowd, hometown crowd, familiar people, incredible atmosphere. I mean, that's just every bit of this. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer. Best of luck this year. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring on Travis Cooke. So, Travis, some might argue Poelker was the man of the match tonight. I would go ahead and argue that it's going to be Travis Cooke, but we're gonna wait to see what the fans have to say on Twitter after the game. But how do you feel about the way you played tonight and the way you played this season?
I'm really happy with the performance tonight. Obviously, it's my job to score, so I'm happy I did that. But it comes from the teammates putting the balls in the right areas and me just attacking them. So I'm glad I was able to do that.
So 2 goals and an assist tonight, and we didn't get to talk after the DC United game, but you're the first Lionsbridge player to ever put a hat trick in the back of the net here at home. Tonight you had 2. Overall, tell me about your performance.
It was just about being in the right areas all the time. I knew that we have good enough players that are going to put the balls in right areas when I'm there. So they kept putting the ball there and gave me a couple of chances, and I finally capitalized on it.
And, you played here for 2 years. What is your experience with this fan group, and overall, what's your experience been like in Newport News?
Oh, it's so awesome. I've made so many memories the past 2 years, made so many friends, and all these fans that know me and appreciate me, it's a blessing, honestly.
And you get to go all over the East Coast and play other teams. What has this home atmosphere been compared to other teams?
Oh, no. Every team that comes here, they tell me after the game, they're like, this atmosphere is ridiculous. Like, no, we haven't played anywhere like it. So it's honestly a blessing to be able to play in front of this many fans, because you never know when that's going to happen again. It might not happen ever again. So I'm really blessed, honestly.
And final question for you. Any final thoughts you have about your year, your 2 years, or overall?
I just want to thank Mike Vest for putting this all together and making it such a great time for us, and making it a great time for the fans in this area. I couldn't appreciate it more.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All the best. So that's going to do it for us here on our stream, or at least for me and Ryan. We appreciate you tuning in all year long, whether it was on Cox Zero View at home, here on Facebook Live, or here at Pomoco Stadium. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing these contests to you. If you're here at the stadium, stick around to watch images on the video board. If you're at home, we're going to stream those to you as well. But for the final time, I'm Rob Smith, wishing the smoothest of sailing until the 2020 season. Good night.